That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, everybody? My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the Road to 5K subs. It's just a quick impromptu stream before the basketball game starts tonight, everything like that between OKC and the Denver Nuggets. And it was because it was what was dominating on the timeline, which was once again DDG and Tory Lanez talk. So this is what I've just been seeing. I read the full 52-page document that Hallie, filed, legally speaking and everything like that, for her request for a temporary order against DDG and things of that sort. And his supervision, his kind of parameters of when he can see his son Halo and things of that sort, and what she's requesting into the and the judge granted that request until the June 4th hearing. So with that being said, and then, you know, obviously kind of Tory coming out with more stuff on his side, trying to get out and everything like that. With this, it's like, it's a lot of commentary with people talking and calling Halle Bailey anything but a child of God and doing the same for Meg Thee Stallion. If you read or looked at the 52-page document from Halle Bailey, the main thing that one of the main things that she's doing or that she's accusing of is saying, hey, he has his platform. When he goes up there and bashes me, even though I tell him not to, his fans come and threaten me and they make me feel unsafe and this and that. And I just think he's not a good fit. He's not safe. He's not a safe spot, good for my family or for my son to be around, this and that. This is why I'm requesting these specific parameters and such strict parameters for him to be able to see my son. And this is the way she kept saying. She kept saying, my son, my son, my son, things of that sort, right? So with this kind of news coming out and stuff like that, I'm seeing multiple people, like I just seen Laser Them speak down, say something about Halle and passing. I've seen other people, streamers, of course, all kind of like siding towards DDG because he comes from that community of creators and things of that sort. And my word of advice to everybody is just to shut up. Like, if you don't learn anything from Tory Lanez, who Tory Lanez himself hasn't learned the Tory Lanez lesson, shut up. Obviously, something with Tory Lanez, with Kelsey, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tory, something happened that night, right? In July 2020, something went down. Meg walked away with some injuries, right? She limped away with some injuries. They took them all in for police reports and everything like that. They put the police reports. Guess what? No charges were pressed immediately. No charges were pressed. So even though they had a big argument and everything like that, and they were no longer friends, after that night, they still didn't press charges. They're like, okay, even though we're not cool anymore, at the end of the day, I ain't taking this to the law. I ain't putting this in a court of law. I don't want to see y'all go to jail. I don't want to see y'all go to prison. We're not doing that. We're going to keep it pushing. You know, I'm just not going to say nothing to you. You just ain't going to say nothing to me. We just not friends anymore. Friendship expired. It could be looked at as a drunk night gone wrong. You know what I'm saying? Friends just having a bad argument to the point where it burned some bridges. People kept their lives moving. It could have been that. And then you know what happened? Tory Lanez released the diss song. And then he made a music video for said diss song. And then he dropped an entire album. And he's talking about how he slept with Megan. He's talking about this and this and Megan this and Megan this. The people, he's spilling all the beans. Tory Lanez cannot shut up. So since you can't shut up and you want to put out all my business like that and you want to warp the truth, this is what Meg Thee Stallion saying. I'm going to press charges. So Meg Thee Stallion presses charges, and now you got to deal with 10 years behind bars and deal with your thoughts. 10 years behind bars to deal with your thoughts. And you know what these 10 years is supposed to do? You're supposed to mature as a person. You're supposed to learn as a person. Dang, where can I go better as a man, this and that. Instead of doing that and taking accountability for what you've been convicted and sentenced for, what do? You're still pointing the, no, I ain't do it. Him, she's to blame. Rock Nation, you still can't shut your mouth. You calling in on Aiden Ross to be on Aiden Ross. Why are you calling in on a stream? Why are you using your JPay money, your money from behind the walls to pay for some bottles and some signs and everything like that to show, oh, Tory Lanez paid for this section? Huh? Shut up. Lay low. That's how you got yourself in this predicament in the first place. Then you making albums from behind jail. You doing it over the phone, and then you get in the AI to clean it up and make it sound like a studio. And in the albums, you still pointing fingers. She ain't believing me. They turned their back on me. They ain't believing me. The only person to hold me down was Chris Brown. And then out of all people that DDG decides to make a song with, he goes with Tory. I don't care how well Tory raps. DDG going through what he was going through. Why in the world would you associate yourself with Tory Lanez? Even after the official paperwork come out, everybody found out TMZ is on the news. You get on stream for 10 minutes. I'm in this hotel room. I don't really feel well, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. You get off stream. You go do your job, performing at the club, pink dreads. And what's the sign y'all got? Free Tory. At a moment like this, the last person you want your name to be next to, affiliated with, associated with, when you're trying to advocate that your place in your home is a safe place for your son to come visit you, and to have fair visitation rights to see your son. When you want to see your son, the last person you need next to you is Tory Lanez. What is you doing? And the fans, she put 52 pages, 2-3 pages, and nothing but screenshots of comments of y'all saying, let him see Halo, let him see Halo. And she says she feels frightened, she feels threatened, she feels unsafe to be a public figure and to be ridiculed like this because of the way that the father of her child has abused his platform. And what do y'all do after this? Oh, that be lying, calling her everything but a child. Shut up. You're just proving her point. The way that DDG's friends, family members, not all of them, because his older sister said, I ain't gonna say nothing about this investigation, and his younger sister, TT, she also said, I ain't gonna speak on that. But everybody else in the family that you've seen done said something. Y'all ain't learned nothing. Y'all doing exactly what the girls say that y'all's doing. She's saying y'all create an environment that feels unsafe to her because every time something go wrong, y'all blast it out. And okay, what if she blasting stuff out? What if she being toxic too? What if she be everything you say, right? You don't take it to the internet. Excuse me. You don't do it. You don't go tit for tat. Like, the thing is, if Halle was as crazy and toxic and problematic as DDG has kind of hinted at the past 2 years, because if you've been paying attention, DDG been saying all of this. He's been read between the lines between all of this for the past 2 years. If that's the case, why are you going tit for tat with her? Allegedly or accused of breaking in the house to drop off Halo and going into her own personal bedroom, taking a picture of the bed saying, LOL, this what we on, okay, bet. And trying to drop off the son 2-3 hours before y'all had an agreement to drop off the son. Allegedly, you being accused of, according to the 50-page 2 document, right? If you know she's so crazy and toxic and she gets you out of your mode and take you back to your old that you do not want to, go back to, why in the world are you even going to the crib when the baby's sick and she said the baby's sick, this and that, but this was your scheduled day? And when she didn't let you go downstairs to see your son, to spend time with him and give him some chicken noodle soup and just tend to him for a couple hours before you go back upstairs and go back home, why in the world did you allegedly accuse her, grab the phone, run with the phone, drive out with the phone, throw the phone out the car, rip the Ring camera, smash the Ring? Why are you doing all that? Why? Instead of, okay, this girl's problematic. We tried everything. This is why we broke up. You know what? To have her pick up my child, I'm going to just send my mom to pick up her child. I'm going to just have my mom pick up my son. My mom going to come. They already the main person of communication, what it seemed like, according to the 52-page document and according to what DDG himself has said on past streams. She's already the primary middleman who's talking between the two parties is his mom. So, okay, so grandma gonna come pick you up, son, and she gonna bring you to the house. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. At the end of the day, with this thing, if DDG supporters and fans really, really, truly believe in the value of a black boy having his father in his life. Because I'll tell you straight up from my experience, right? So I grew up in a split household, everything like that. Growing up, just my dad didn't come to every game. He didn't come to every baseball game. He didn't come to every karate thing, belt thing. He didn't come to every basketball game. He didn't come to every concert. He didn't come to everything. But when he came to stuff, he made sure to support everything like that. And I remember majority of the games he went to growing up, right? I remember majority of the games. I remember every time my dad gave me a big bear hug. I remember being 3 years old. He picked me up. He throws me up in the air. My dad like 6'3", 6'4", you know what I'm saying? So he's like a big dude to me when he throw me up. And I remember all of those moments. And like I said, I was reflecting on it before I decided to go live or whatever, impromptu before these games started tonight. Nothing meant more to me growing up, and nothing meant more to me in my life than getting the validation from my father, bro. When my dad told me he was proud of me, when I auditioned for the band at Morehouse, and they offered me a few thousand to take off the financial load or whatever, or attending Morehouse College, the look of pride on his face of all the hard work I did to playing my instrument and stuff and staying in band when he wanted me to drop out of band and this and that, like nothing topped that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. The type of pride he had when I had my senior day photo shoot and I was in my uniform, he said, "That boy in his uniform." And he did, and he hugged me. Nothing has topped that feeling. Nothing has topped the feeling when it was, like National Sons Day on Facebook. And he posted a picture of me at the White House in the BET Awards. And he said, "Enough said, this my son, y'all, and he bragging on me. Nothing in the world compared to that validation from my father, bro. And nothing hurt me and stuck with me more than the times that my dad said I disappointed him. When I messed up, when I was acting like a bonehead, when I was doing stupid things, when I was facing some serious trouble in life as a teenager, especially with my mom at school, with what outside of school doing stupid, you know what I'm saying? Just teenage stuff, just being stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Things could have went left real easily. If you know, you know what I'm saying? When he said, "I'm disappointed in you," that stuck with me more than anything else. The black father's presence in a black boy's life can never be overstated. And the older you get, the more that stuff, those memories and those times stick with you. They stick with you forever. And if you value that, if you value the presence of a black father the way that you're saying you're doing by saying, "Oh, I support DDG, I support DDG," shut up. Just shut up. Don't criticize the woman. Don't criticize the mom and call her out of her name and call her bad things and speak down on her and threaten her and this and that. This is exactly the point she's making. Y'all can't shut up. Y'all say disrespectful things to her. Y'all treat her in a terrible way. Y'all say bad things. Y'all say she evil. Y'all say she this. Y'all say she that. Y'all say she everything but a child of God under the sun. And she says, because of this, I feel unsafe. Y'all just adding to the case right now. Y'all just adding to the paperwork and the documentation right now. If you truly support DDG and you want him as a black father to be in a black man life, everything that y'all say y'all want before y'all tear down this young woman, stop tearing down the young woman. Respect the young woman. Respect black women in general. What they got going on, everything, that toxicity and because it's obviously a crazy situation, the way that things happen, leave that to them. Leave that to them. But if you want to support DDG and everything like that, don't speak on that. Don't speak poorly about her in a public sense as your response, calling yourself defending DDG. That's just hurting this case. The judge just looking at that, like the judge was looking at y'all commenting, let him see Halo. Let him see Halo, Holly. The judge seen that and said, "Oh, bet that's enough for a temporary order." Say less. I signed off on it expeditiously. So what do you think they're gonna say now that these allegations came out? You press charges. You ain't say nothing on the internet because Holly ain't say nothing on social media. She ain't say nothing. She went straight to the law. Handle her business. It comes out. The reports come out and everything. That lying B word. Hold on, twin. You just proving everything that she's saying right now. DDG and his behavior and the people around him's behavior of kind of moodiness, up and down, irate, temper flaring, blah, blah, blah. You just proving what she's saying. She's saying, "Oh man, The way she was kind of saying it in that 52-page document was he has a temper issue. It's not a safe environment. It's not age appropriate for the child, and the family doesn't even make it a safe place. Because one time, I'm trying to buckle in Halo, and he's yelling at me while I'm trying to buckle in Halo because I'm sitting in his car, and he said, "Get out my car." And he said, "If you ain't gonna get out the car by 5, then I'll just close the door, and we both gonna go to my mama's house." And that's what he did. And then she got there, and she kind of like irate, she kind of out of it. This is what she's saying according to the 52-page document. She get out of it, and she said the family's response is simply just, "All right, just leave Halo here and go about your way." And she felt dismissed. She felt like she wasn't seen. She felt like her things weren't being taken seriously enough. The whole thing of this comes down to a black woman feels like she's not being heard. So a black woman puts out 52 pages of, "Hey, I'm not heard. I don't feel like I'm being heard. I don't feel like I'm being seen. I don't feel like I'm being safe." And y'all's response is, "Hey, B word." In what world is that going to work for you? It's not going to work for you, bro. It's not going to work for you. So the main thing here, man, and also in the midst of all of these conversations, on a timeline, on social media, you have to understand. I seen a tweet. I said, there it is. There go the propaganda. Someone said that a white man, no, not a white man. It said because of the situations with Halle Bailey and the situations with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and DDG, they said white women might just be easier. And I said, they got him. They got him. Hold on. Where we at with it? I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if we can find it real quick. And then I'm gonna get off here. We watch basketball, and then I'll be back on live tonight with my whole plan live and whole setup and stuff like that. I got a couple ideas that I want to do. Where we at? I'm trying to see if I can find anything. Man, yeah. I can't find it. I can't find the post, but there was a post that literally said that, "What do you think about this? Men said with the situations of Meg Thee Stallion and Halle Bailey that they're going to stop looking at black women and start looking at white women." Let me tell you something. First of all, year one, the CIA one, the government one, everything like that in this particular instance. You have to understand where all of this propaganda and these discussions and this split within the black community itself is just like, right, with the Carmelo situation. We're like, man, this is crazy. Like the way that the black community and the white community is going like back and forth with each other. Some people was like, yes, this is all just another way to divide us, brother. We can't be distracted, this and that, right? It is what it is. Within the black community itself, it's now the gender wars, the male versus the woman. I seen a black one. Well, I don't even know if she's a black woman. It's a faceless account on Twitter, and it was a Dolce profile picture, and it was saying black men are not good people. And then, like I said, it was a whole tweet about someone said with the Meg Thee Stallion and the DDG, people saying that they might stop giving black women a chance and start looking at white women. We cannot let things like this successfully divide and conquer the black family, the black household, black wealth, black anything, building a solid foundation, because that's what black people have been trying to do for the past 400 years. We're just trying to build a solid foundation. Anytime black people build something successful, what do? Rosewood, they burn it down. Tulsa, Oklahoma, they burn it down. Black Panthers, what do? They the government gets involved, and you see what they have, and they shut it down. They arrest everybody up. What do they do with the Bloods and Crips? Positive neighborhood community programs and groups and things like that. They drop crack cocaine and some guns in the neighborhood. That's what happens time after time after time again. What is going on? What do they do with the athletes when they put them on the college campus? Who did they throw in front of them? You can fill in what you want to fill in there. What are they throwing with the D1 high college campus kids and get them off their path? It's so many people that I'll tell you. I'm 30 now, so right. So I've seen the whole kind of span of the the late teens, and the whole 20s, and then where you are right now at 30. It's been so many black of my black peers, black male peers, who was like, man, I'm tired of black girls, man. You know what I'm saying? This white girl, she do whatever I want. She she don't give me no problem. She don't do this. She don't do that. And they date them. And I say, okay. And then they married him. And then what happened? And a lot more of them cases than that. Them jokers split up. She take the money. He end up defeated. He end up on his face. I can't believe Sarah. I can't believe. And it's all goes over again. The cycle continues and continues and continues. Please do not go. If like people say, I'm gonna say this, right? Love is love. You love who you love, everything like that. You can't control who you love. Yeah. We all get together, kumbaya, right? If you just happen to fall in love with someone, that is what it is, right? It just is what it is. But if you deliberately make a choice to marry outside of your race simply because of bad experiences within dating your race, let me tell you something. All your problems ain't going to be solved just by stepping outside your race. I'm sorry to tell you. I know some of y'all might know. All your problems ain't going to be solved. This is an attempt to once again break up the black family, to break up the black community, to break up the black home, and to break up the black foundation for a solid black community to have build upon black financial wealth, black financial everything. What they do when Angel Reese and Magic Johnson come out with, hey, we're gonna bring in a financial literacy program in the inner city in Baltimore. Oh, that's what y'all, they need money. How they gonna do without money? What Magic Johnson do? What he's always done. A couple days later, he gives $500,000 to Xavier University, the HBCU right around the corner in New Orleans. He's been giving the money, but him giving the money, he's been giving the money so long, people don't even pay attention to it at this point. Magic Johnson been giving money so long to the black community, providing opportunities, employment opportunities, all of the above to the black community for so long that people don't even pay attention to it anymore. But then they wanted to pay attention when he put in a financial literacy program. We don't need financial literacy. We need finances. We need capital. Financial literacy program with no capital is useless. Man, what? So all I'm saying is pay close attention to the things that's being pushed out, the things that are going popular right now, because it's all with the same idea to break up the community, bro. To break up the home, to break up the family, and to break up the community. Like they have done successfully in past times, but they never fully got us all the way down to the ground because we're resilient, we're intelligent. Like I said, DDG, you are an intelligent brother. You was valedictorian. You built yourself up to be a self-made millionaire. You figured out the codes and what you need to do to build up your businesses, multiple channels, and you gave your channels to your families to make sure they were okay. You gave opportunities to black people. You shouted out black creatives. You've always supported black creators and everything like that on the platform, online, on YouTube. You are an intelligent person. You set out a goal to become a successful streamer or to become a streamer, period. And within a month, you became a top 5 streamer in the world. You are an intelligent person. You are too smart to be moving the way you're moving right now. The way you're moving right now is dumb. And the way people you're moving or around you moving is dumb. Y'all need to quickly reevaluate, reestablish, okay, what's the game plan? How we going to do this? Because at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's no longer about you. It's not about defending DDG's image. It's not about defending this. It's not about your ego. It's not about your reputation. It's not about that. It is what it should be for you is my son, my son's life. My son needs his black father and his black boy's life, because the only person that can effectively raise a black man in this society in America, the most effective way is the black father, the black biological father. And if it's not the black biological, if they never met their biological father and it's their adopted father or it's their stepdad or their uncle, then so be it. Or their grandpa, so be it. But in this case, his father is alive, his father is healthy, and his father is well off. You are there to be there for your son. You need to be there for your son. And if that's what you prioritize and you want to happen so bad, you need to start moving different, expeditiously, because June 4th is around the corner. That's like 2-3 weeks. And the way that you've been moving these first 2-3 days ever since these allegations came out, say that you care more about your ego and your own personal image than you do your actual son. And that's exactly what Holly said in that 52-page document. So once again, you are proving what she said in that 52-page document to be correct. And the way that you need to switch it up right now to have a chance to save your son and to be able to see your son in something that's not a supervised 6 hours a week. What is that? No, to spend time and to spend genuine moments with your son, everything like that, you need to switch up how you're moving right now and start moving like Tory Lanez. And to the fans of Tory, DDG, or whatever, shut up, because y'all speaking and the Tory fans speaking and gassing him up to thinking that he not guilty is the reason why he in there right now. And it's allegedly the reason why he got jabbed up. They said he got jabbed up, allegedly speaking, just one of the people on the internet doing a social media video off their phone and said, hey, I got insider information with the inmates. They said what happened to Tory was talking slick about another inmate's life, another inmate's wife. And so that inmate, it was personal for him. He jab. And that's what he did to Tory Lanez back there. So once again, it was you cannot shut up when it was time to shut up. And that is why you were in the predicament you were in to go to the hospital and everything like that. And the reason why you're in there for 10 years is because you could not shut up. DDG's family, even though DDG hasn't said anything directly about this, the way that he's moving is still what she said concerns her. The way your brother goes on live and said this and that, Deshae go on live, Baby Rich, all these people go on live and say what they say. Tell them folks to shut up. Everybody shut up, please. Your older sister saying that I'm gonna listen to and adhere to the court and be quiet and everything like that. Obviously, I support my family and wish for the best outcome through the court of justice of law and justice to serve, this and that. She the only one with some sense. And it makes sense because she's out of the spotlight. She not in Hollywood. She up in Michigan with your dad. Please be wise, be smart. Use some of them smarts that you have from academia and the smarts that you had in the world of business to build yourself up to be a self-made millionaire. And use it on this, the most important thing in your life right now, your son, being there for your son as an active father, so he can be there for through ages 2 through 18. This is the next 16 years and the most important 16 years of your son's life. You need to be there for him, and you need to be there in the full capacity that you wish to be there without the course of, interference, illegal interference. And to do that, you need to treat it as serious as you treat a subathon, a hit-a-thon. Just act like it's that. Because your son's life is important and you can really affect the way that he's raised and everything like that. And his impact on the society, he could change the world. You know what I'm saying? And you have to treat it like that. Every child is important. I want everybody who has a nephew, a little cousin, a little sibling right now watching this live, understand that every child is important. They have the ability to change the world and to be something someday. Something that they could come up with the medicine that changes this, that changes the trajectory of that. They can end hunger. They could, all of these things, right? They can come up with a groundbreaking idea. And you have to treat each child as such. This child life matters just like every other child's life matters. And it starts with having a father, especially as a Black boy. This is coming from a Black boy. I'm telling you, the things that have stood the most to me, that stuck the most with me in my entire life are my father's validation. And the things that stuck with me the most on the sad thing is when my dad said he was disappointed in me. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff matters. And Dad, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. I know you're probably not watching because you're probably on the phone right now and about to watch the game. I'm about to watch the game too. Y'all enjoy the game, everything like that tonight. I'll be back tonight after the game and we'll talk and we'll have a regular stream, but I just wanted to get off my chest. Peace.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Enjoy Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.